Hello, my name is R. Todd Swinderman, and I'm the inventor of the washer and nut keeper, or as I call it, the WANK. It's a simple tool that solves that age-old problem of trying to start fasteners in hard-to-reach locations and you end up dropping them. In this video, I want to tell you how I came up with the idea. Years ago, I was working on a 48 Chevy pickup truck, and I had a service pit with a grating on it. And for some reason, I had a lot of trouble with the clutch. So I was taking the clutch in and out, in and out. And every time when I go to put the cover back on the housing, there was one bolt at the top that was difficult to reach. And I just couldn't get that fastener started in that hole without dropping it. I'd be laying on the grating of the pit. I'd reach up there and feel where the tapped hole was. Then I'd grab my nut, my washer, and I'd try to reach up in there and get that thing started. And sure enough, every time I'd drop either the lock washer or the bolt itself right down through the grating to crawl out, pull out the grating, claw down in the pit, and look around in all the grease and dirt and stuff down there for my fasteners. And this happened time after time after time. It just so happened at that time I was working for a company that could mold urethane. So I came up with the idea to make a simple little tool to hold the bolt and the lock washer in position to help me do this. I molded up a little part that looks more or less like this. It's made out of urethane. It's basically a flexible socket set. You put the bolt in it, like that. And then you put the lock washer on top, down in the cavity, and they're held perfectly. They can't drop out, and they're in alignment. So it made it much easier to reach up, find that tapped hole, and get it started so that I didn't cross-thread it or drop the fasteners. Once it's installed, finger tight, then I just take a standard ratchet and tighten up the fastener. Over the years, this thing was laying in my toolbox, and every now and then I'd run across it and I'd say to myself, I should do something with this idea. Well, I finally did. I applied for a patent and a patent issued. I ordered production tooling, and now it's available for purchase on my website. The set of wanks looks something like this. It starts out with 1/4 inch, 5/16, 3/8, 7/16, 1/2 inch, 9/16, 5/8, and 3/4. So it's an 8-piece socket set. One of the nice things about the wank is it also has in the back of it an opening so that you can insert a standard ratchet or extension on it to use it. With a wank, you only need to load the fasteners that you're going to use, and in this case for the first one, all I needed was to hold a bolt and a lock washer. So that's the story of the washer and nut keeper, or the wank as I call it.